mama slammed the door in my face on my first day of school. Now I know y'all like, damn, Des, what did you do for your moms to do that to you? Well, if you let me elaborate, I'll show you how I went from, I hate you, mama, to I congratulate you, mama. Although my mother and I are cut from the same cloth, you'll see how we've sewn different threads in life. My mama is lucky I was determined since day one, otherwise she would have did the Sierra and took the future from her baby's life. Although she put me out late at night, I told y'all it was my first day of school, which means I had to figure out why I was gonna lay that night. Before I could even get my stuff out the door, I text my college advisor trying to get me somewhere safe. Because between being cursed out and jacked up, I physically couldn't take anymore. I wasn't even surprised my own mama put me out with no place to go. To be honest, y'all, she done did it like 3 times before. When I helped her maintain a life for me, her, and my sister. Even after all the men came and got what they wanted and then just left her. In my mind, all I could think was, how in the hell she gonna put me out? I busted my ass. I worked 2 jobs to help her pay for that place. Oh, I forgot to mention, my mama found out I got a ride to a safe place. She got so infuriated, she threw my phone at my face. I'm so sorry, y'all. So dead. By the looks on y'all's face, I can tell y'all like, okay, Des, you proving your mama's just insane. Ain't no changing that. But why you going through all this? Where the hell is your daddy at? So would y'all like to know about him? Yeah. To be honest, I don't know where he is now. He was a bitch then, and I'm pretty sure he's a bitch now. Long story short, though, he just as insane. Let me get out a background story. We came back from Texas with no place to stay. He calls himself taking us in, so I'm thinking everything changed. Then he gets mad at our mother, puts me and my sister out, leaves all our stuff out in front of his mama's house in the rain. But it's okay though, really, it's all good. Now y'all see why I would rather watch him burn slow like weed inside of a backwoods.
Hey, but we don't smoke, y'all. We don't smoke, y'all.
The worst thing my father could have ever done to me was the time he tried too hard to discipline me. I don't know why he was so hung up on discipline. I wasn't a bad kid. I basically went to an all-white school, so if anything ever went wrong, they always looked to blame the black kids. I was basically accused of something I didn't even do. My daddy was such a fool. He couldn't give me the benefit of the doubt because he didn't know his own child well enough to know what she would or wouldn't do. But on to his apartment he took me. He called himself giving me a lecture, you know, right before he whooped me. Now y'all, what I'm finna tell y'all next is very wild. Y'all is not gonna believe what happened to me as a 7-year-old child. Don't do this.
Hey, we here, Dad.
As he continues to lecture, my adrenaline is rushing, and I begin to grow bored. He said, you know what? This belt ain't getting it. So he goes to his closet, and he digs, and then he digs a little more. All of a sudden, this man pulled out an all-white extension cord. Now, for what my dad thinks what he does next is okay, it's really absurd. He continues to babble on, saying, you know what, for being bad in school, this is what you deserve. As he's hitting me, he tells me to get up, man up. He tells me to stand up, put my pants down, and says, nah, you're gonna need that little protection, so pull your pants up. As he's hitting me, I fall down, he's screaming, get up, man up. He tearing my legs up so I could barely stand up. Damn.
Hey, we here.
He eventually stops and says, I bet now you will listen. He want to see the marks he's made, so he pulls me into the kitchen. I was in a state of shock. I couldn't feel my facial expressions I made. He told me to put my pants down so he could see the marks he's made. Blood all on my pants, blood all on my legs, scars I'm gonna have for a lifetime. That was the first time in my life I shed blood, sweat, and tears all at the same damn time. While some of y'all, because we the same age, some of y'all, so while some of y'all was in bed with your night lights, I was going through a living hell, and this ain't even my whole life, this just a few of the highlights. When I needed people the most, that's when they decided to fall back. I was making calls for help, but wasn't getting no callbacks. All I had was the faith of a mustard seed in God, and he got me through all that. I look back, and I'm glad that I didn't discuss no cheese with none of those rats. You know, this is like a whole different world for me. You know, being in college, I'm educating myself, I'm obtaining the knowledge. I thank God for everything I ever went through, and him allowing me to come out. He sent me Miss LaToya, who I'm proud to say is my mama now.
Huh.
When she took me in last fall, it was my first time to a decent life and my first time living in a house. Just saying that makes my heart bounce. I tell you my story in confidence, so you know that there is no excuse. Destiny Little, Monique Little actually, I made it to SHSU, no mommy, no daddy, no family, which means you can truly accomplish anything you desire if you want to. I appreciate the love and the attendance of everybody, and God bless every single last one of you, and I hope my story touched somebody.